What's up, guys? I'm Josh Mosiman. Welcome to This Week in MXA, episode 109, presented by O'Neill Racing. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. San Diego Supercross was a blast. We just got done with that last Saturday. Now it's Tuesday. I'm in a very cold Minneapolis, Minnesota. We're staying at the Mystic Lake Casino here. The casino is kind of like a cruise ship. You're not supposed to come outside because it's warm in there. Really cold out here. It's 25 degrees right now, so it's actually not cold, I guess, apparently towards the Minneapolis standards at this time of the year in January, but it's cold for me, California guy. San Diego Supercross was an exciting one. I was there, interviewed guys in the press conference after the race. I gave Cameron McAdo and RJ Hampshire some props in the post-race press conference because both of those guys, they didn't have the upbringing that Jett Lawrence did. Jett Lawrence has been expected to be the next big thing. We've heard his name for years now after his older brother has been a great racer and has shown a lot of talent and potential. And Ricky Carmichael said on the broadcast years ago when we first started hearing about Hunter Lawrence, it's like, yeah, this Hunter Lawrence guy's great, but his younger brother, that's the good one. Well, we've obviously seen now he's won 2 outdoor national championships. He won the 250 East Coast Supercross Championship last year, 2-time race winner. He's got the points lead and a streak for leading so far in the West Coast division. But Cameron McAdo is close. RJ Hampshire is close. They both have kept him honest. Now, I think part of that is that Jett Lawrence has been smart. You get paid the same bonus. You get paid the same amount of points for winning with a 5-second lead as you do with the 25-second lead. So Jett Lawrence, he's been smart to grab the win each weekend so far. But Cameron McAdo and RJ Hampshire, I pointed it out in the press conference. Those guys didn't grow up with the same expectations. Both of them got factory rides later. RJ Hampshire, when he was an 18-year-old, I believe, in the amateur ranks, he got signed with Geico Honda. Cameron McAdo joined Geico Honda, but that wasn't until a little bit later. He lost his ride at one point, was a fill-in rider for a little bit. Now both of them are on the podium 2 times, and they're keeping Jett honest. So in this video, we have a cool interview with RJ Hampshire. But first, we're going to preview a little bit, talk a little bit about San Diego, and then also talk about Anaheim too this weekend. San Diego Supercross was a very, very exciting one. Cooper Webb in the main event did awesome, made it exciting, pushed all the way to the final lap. Got close to Eli Tomac due to lappers. Malcolm Stewart, man, that guy was on fire all day in qualifying. You could tell he was feisty and he wanted to win because he was chasing down Eli Tomac on his fast laps in qualifying, so that was cool to see. Then also we saw Malcolm Stewart do a big crash, unfortunately, in the main event, so hopefully he can stick it around and do better this weekend at the Triple Crown at Anaheim 2. So this weekend, previewing the Anaheim 2 Supercross. We got Triple Crown racing. It's going to be great for Malcolm Stewart, great for Cooper Webb, great for all of the riders. Getting them a little bit closer to Eli Tomac, a little bit closer to Jett Lawrence. So I think that's going to be exciting racing for everybody this weekend. I think it comes at a great time in the season. We've had the same winner in the first 2 rounds in both classes, so hopefully this will shake things up again this weekend. Also, Supercross Futures are going racing this weekend at Anaheim 2. Now that is going to be exciting. We have Star Racing Yamaha's Haiden Deegan and Daxton Bennick. Both of them are going to be racing this weekend. Supercross Futures is also racing in the night show, so that's pretty exciting. It's going to be on TV. It's going to be a part of the whole big show. So I talked to Dave Prater this week. He's very excited to have Supercross Futures part of the night show. Also, the KTM Junior Challenge will be a part of it. And they have Triple Crown racing, so 3 main events, 250 class, 3 main events, 450 class. That's a lot of racing mixed into this night show. So I expect the track to be rough because there'll be less time to groom it with all the racing going on. So another thing about Anaheim 2 is the track map is wild. The start crosses 4 different lanes. That's like unheard of. The start crosses 4 different lanes of the track just to get onto the track. It has a unique straightaway. So the first turn is proprietary only to the start. And then the second straightaway is all new only for the start. You only hit it 1 time as you're going across 4 different lanes. Then once you're doing laps on the track, you'll be jumping across the start or riding across the start 4 different times. It's going to be very exciting. The track map looks wild just based on pictures I've seen so far. So excited to see how it plays out this weekend. Also, the finish line looks pretty big. They say it's going to be 72 feet long, so a little bit bigger finish line, which will be challenging for these Supercross Future guys. Another thing about the Supercross Futures class that you have to be invited by an OEM. So the OEMs really have a big hand in which Supercross Future riders get invited and which riders are able to race. Another cool thing that I think they're doing is that you have to be within a certain parameter of the lap times. So when the pros are doing press day on Friday, Futures will be doing qualifying on Friday to make it into the night show on Saturday. And it's about a 20-second buffer. So if you're not within 20 seconds of Haiden, Deegan, Daxton, Bennick, or whoever the fastest Supercross Futures rider is, you won't make it into the night show as a future rider. Another note, RJ Hampshire, we talked to him after the race, and it was a really cool interview. He was just open and honest about his team, how much progress they've made, and also about his personal skills, comparing himself to Jett Lawrence, so just the talent that RJ has and just the effort he's had to put in to work his way up to this point. He also mentioned that he had a big crash in the week leading up to San Diego and just how proud he was of that race. So let's dive into it with RJ Hampshire.
So similar main event to what we had at A1. Same three guys on the podium, same three positions, and kind of same battle towards the end. And also Jett wasn't that far ahead of you guys again at the finish line.
Yeah.
So what is it like to be RJ Hampshire right now, 2 races into the season after two similar motos like that?
Man, I'm stoked to be in this position. We worked so hard, and I've been through so much, and just to be battling up front again. It looked the same, but I actually felt much better all day today. For how my week went, how I woke up this morning, I grinded through it, and it's just that's like the kind of maturity and just the experience I have right now. Is I was able to get through it, and you couldn't even tell out there. I was struggling pretty bad, but. That was everything I had in that main event. I was pretty smoked there at the end. But also during the week, I trained with the 450 guys, do the 450 guys program, because that's where we want to be. So these 15 minutes plus ones, I'm strong there at the end, and that showed I was able to push there. I didn't even know it, but they just said lap 13, 14 were one of my best ones.
Nice.
I'm just stoked on that and happy with the bike, happy with the team. We're all gelling really well. Man, just looking forward to healing up this week and be ready next week.
So, feeling under the weather or what?
Yeah, man, I don't feel good right now at all. So, recover tomorrow and get back to it this week. So I had a crash Wednesday this week, smacked my head pretty good. So I was in G's office for a couple of days, and then last night I woke up midnight and my throat was swollen. Woke up this morning and I'm like, dude, it ain't good. So. Yeah, I just had a sore throat under the weather and just kind of grinding through it. G helped me out a lot today. Was able to push and be strong there at the end, even whenever I'm not 100%.
Nice. What do you recommend? What do you take, probiotics, electrolytes?
G has some special stuff. I don't know what it is.
Really?
He didn't tell me, but he worked on me quite a bit today, and eased up my throat, swelling quite a bit. Heck, we were solid today, so I'm stoked on that.
I'm impressed with you and Cameron, man. Jett Lawrence, you have a lot of respect for him, and I'm impressed that you can, publicly say that. I'm proud of you for saying that, and respecting the guy for the success that he's had and what he's done. And so you got to think. He's 19. He's always been bred for this, and he's had a lot of expectations since a young age. Where shed a little bit of light in, your background. You played a lot of baseball in high school, right?
Yeah.
And didn't have a factory ride growing up through the amateur ranks. You had to earn your way onto a factory ride. How old were you when you first got your ride? 19, 20?
18. I just turned 18 when I signed with Geico. But yeah, man, I wasn't given the talent that he has. Yeah. And then it shows. I've had to work hard for everything I have my whole life, so it's nothing new now. Just to be in the spot that I'm in, I just have to work harder, and that's all it is. And even this week, I'm gonna figure out these starts because I feel like if I get a start with him or even in front of him, we're in for a good show. I felt like either of us could have knocked our lap times down, and it showed in qualifying. I went up, he went up. We're there, we're close. Just keep grinding and. Hopefully we can put pressure on them again next weekend.
Also, I talked to Brandon Haas, owner of the Club MX Yamaha team. That team has made huge improvements over the years. Enzo Lopes and Phil Nicoletti were very impressive the first 2 rounds. Enzo qualified fastest in one of the practices at Anaheim. He finished second in his heat race at Anaheim. He led laps. Finished second in his heat race at San Diego, and he led laps. And he finished 4th in the 250 main event. Very impressive. Let's hear from Brandon Haas right here.
It's humbling and kind of like a little dream come true, but the dark horses of our team, I would say, was Phil and Enzo from the outside looking in. But for us, I think Phil's got a lot more in him that he hasn't shown yet, and so does Enzo. But Enzo's got to pay his dues. I think he's doing that right now. So with time, and he's going to have to kind of earn that next level of confidence for him to get up front and get relaxed and feel the confidence that he belongs.
Yeah.
Where Garrett and Jeremy have already earned that over the years. And with that being said, Garrett still has a little bit more to earn. But for us to go West Coast and already kind of feel like we're doing better than expected is cool, because East Coast is, we're excited for Jeremy to go racing. But, in an ideal world, we wanted to split Jeremy and Garrett on coast. And, just the way things work out, Enzo was progressing so well, and so was Phil, that, and then Garrett got hurt. It's kind of like a natural fit, but the best is yet to come for Enzo and Phil as well. I think just the fact that they're putting themselves out there out front shows the improvements we made on the bike this year, the improvements with the training program and the tracks, and just the race team evolving. Like, all we want to do is get better every year, get better every weekend, and just continue to learn. And I think people are starting to see that that's the direction we're going.
All right, guys, for more of that Brandon Haas interview, check out the MXA podcast platform or podcast show, wherever you listen to podcasts, Apple, Spotify, all the good ones. Also, check out motocrossactionmag.com. We got some more interviews on there. Cameron McAdo, Cooper Webb. And we have a Dean Wilson Inside the Pros Bikes video where our guy Travis Fant got up close and personal with Dean Wilson's Firepower Honda CRF 450. So in that video, you can learn exactly what that team did to make Dean Wilson happy with his Honda 450. Check it out on our YouTube channel and website. All right, guys, it's been a fun time here hanging out at the FXR Dealer Show. Lots of cool gear, some 2024 gear that we can't show pictures or videos of yet, but lots of cool stuff going on here. It's cold, but excited to head back to California, get back to testing, riding. Last week I did some riding on the Yamaha 450 and KTM 450 as we get closer to our 450 shootout. As always, motocrossactionmag.com for more of what we got going on. And subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay up to date with our latest videos, since we got a lot more coming. And those subscriptions just help you get notified whenever we release a new video. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one.